This is hard rubbish. This is hard rubbish. This is hard rubbish. This is hard rubbish. I'm one of those people who can't drive past a hard rubbish pile and not have a look. This is hard rubbish. This is hard rubbish. I would say probably 50% of our house is actually furnished with hard rubbish pieces. This is hard rubbish. This chair is probably my favourite piece. I haven't done anything to it. I suggest it's still in its original upholstery, but it lives proudly now in our house. Part of the fun of furnishing your home with things that you find is you can think, where would that fit? How would I make it look? How useful will it be? And this little table for a lamp has been just perfect. Now this section has come about because myself and a very close friend of mine, Jenny Irving, have started a group called Boroondara Hard Rubbish Rehome. Now we've scrapped about in hard rubbish piles since we were kids. It's kind of in our DNA. And there just was this moment in time last year where we thought, gee, there's nothing in Boroondara like this. So this table I've actually rehomed from our group. It's a Facebook community of 6,000 strong members now. And what we do is we either upload photos of hard rubbish piles in the area for people to go and check out and rescue things from, or people upload photos of their own excess items from their own homes and people claim them in that way. It's such a fabulous way to contribute to the circular economy, to keep things in use, even to flip the conversation from one of waste to one of resources. Our house is all about little nooks, and here is another nook that I've been able to create with hard rubbish. Again, the cushions were found on hard rubbish. People sometimes will go, ooh, you don't get cushions and pillows off hard rubbish, do you? And I do. They can be hard to move on if you've actually got items that are at the end of their life. But when you see things like this on hard rubbish, you can simply whip off the covers, give them a wash, and they're fresh and ready to use again. These have all been rescued off hard rubbish. Australia has one of the worst textile problems in the world, and I try and do my bit to rescue usable textiles and either use them at home or donate them on to organisations that are thoroughly thrilled to receive these items. Right, we're now moving outside, and as you can see, a relatively small space, but you can actually do a lot with it. And believe it or not, a lot of these things are from hard rubbish. This guinea pig hutch, for example, is one that my husband built out of pallet, and a skylight that we rescued from my mum when she was having her roof fixed. It's quite easy to become overwhelmed when you're in the hard rubbish space like Jenny and I are. We are 24/7 dealing with hard rubbish. It can make you feel depressed, or you can actually think, no, we are making a difference. So I can tell you, in less than a year, Jenny and I have rescued over 7,000 kilograms of hard rubbish, and we have rehomed all of that material. You know, my family and friends will tell you I'm pretty potty, and I'll have to agree, especially when it comes to things, all things gardening. Hard rubbish is a gardener's delight. There are so many things that you can rehome. Now, would you believe these two doors are from hard rubbish? My clever hubby was able to shave them down to fit, and they kind of create a sense of intrigue in the garden. Oh, what's behind those doors? The federal government has big targets around circular economy action leading into 2030. We want to start ramping that up even sooner, and with our group we have lovely momentum, and people are telling institutional actors that we want change, we want to live this way, and we need the levers in place to support the way we want to live. Life circumstances sometimes present stressful timelines. If you're downsizing, if you're clearing a deceased estate, quite often you're desperate for access to easy options. Hard rubbish piles are often that option, and I guess we're trying to change the conversation through our group around what is waste and what are resources.